So hi everybody and welcome back. This is a Blender tutorial series for absolute beginners. I'm a beginner and in this video we are creating a low level scary tree. And what I mean with that is I have here in Unreal Engine 5 created a scene, a test scene. And last time we created this gravestone and this cross here. And now I need a low level scary scene to add it here around. That makes it a little bit more spooky. And yeah, that's the thing what we are going to do. And the trees we can put here on the edges too, so we can't see this hard edges and so on. Yeah, let's get started. We go to Blender and we start from scratch. Here I'm in the layout mode. And here I delete the light because I don't need the camera and light right now. And yeah, I press 1 for the front view and we already created a low level pre in Blender. If you remember this one, we just go here to the edit mode. I press tab, or I select first this one and then I press tab, and now I'm in the edit mode. In edit mode, I switch here to the face one. You can learn the shortcuts. I should learn them too, but yeah, it takes time. We are starters. We can go slow. We can use this one. But of course, if you want to work faster, you learn the shortcuts. And now I can select the face, and we already did this, right? And now I can press, for example, again, 1 to front view. I hold Control. I press the right mouse button, and you can see if you do this one, I can create something like that. And then I press S to scale a little bit, oops, a little bit in or something. Again, front view. And you see, it's very easy to create here a tree. So I press here extrude because I want to make here, for example, branches. And I need these faces here. And yeah, I can select this one here again, press 1. Hold Control, I get to get a little bit back. Hold Control, right mouse click, press S for scaling. Hold Control, right mouse click, scaling. Yes, this kind of stuff we already did, and I think we make this fast here, but I want to show you normally another way. So this one works definitely, and if you want to go on, make this one a fast scary tree, very easy, very simple. But here in this video I show you another way, which is also very interesting, and we learn another method which is also very fast. So let's learn this one. First of all, I select here on the right side the cube. I select delete. First, I select all, perhaps. Oh, perhaps I switch the mode to object mode, and now I press delete and the cube is gone. So we start again from scratch. So first of all, Shift A, then it opens up our add menu. Here on top it says mesh, which we want to add. And here I have this option single word. And I press here add single word. Perhaps you don't have this activated right now because the Shift A and, oops, not this one, Shift A. So let's go to this one. You have to be in the object mode, and when you press Shift A and mesh, it can be that it's not activated on your side because this one is one of these objects which is in the add-on extra meshes. So to activate this add-on, you have to go here on top, and then we go in edit, and then we go down to preferences, and here we have the option in the middle, for example, add-ons, and there are many tools here, million of tools, interesting things, and I don't know any of them almost. That's interesting. Yeah, but we are starters. We learn them step by step, and in this video you can add here, which was it called? Write something like mesh and or extra objects. Okay. Write extra anything here, and it should pop up these two kinds of things. I think one of them is it, but click both and then it will pop up because you get the additional objects. I'm not sure if it's this, but I hope it's this. All right, you can test this out, and if you do so, then back to the object mode, Shift A, mesh, and then you can add this single vertex, which I already have it. I select it here now. Then I press tab to switch to the edit mode. Of course, you can switch here the modes as well. And then what we can do is press 1 here And this one is just a single vertex. Perhaps I go here also to the vertex, here the single vertex mode here. And now I select this one again, the single vertex. If you have a hard time to select the single vertex, you can press B, which is box select, and then just select it this way. And then what we do is the same thing what we did before. We press Control, we hold it, but this time we have something very thin, and it's just a line. So I say, okay, this line is very high, that's enough. And then I go here, here, and here. And then I say, okay, let's see, that's okay for me. Then I select this one again. I use here perhaps, because this vertex is very small, and so you can of course zoom in and try to find it, but box select is here very handy. Make this one and then selecting actually very fast. And the same game here again to the other side perhaps. Oops, Control Z, that was not good. Here I selected accidentally this one too, so deselect all and then again box select here. Or normal just select with your mouse cursor. So Control here, let's do this one here, the other side around. Anything randomly, alright. And then let's select here again, and perhaps we do one more here, just for fun. And that was just very flat here. Let's do this the other side one too. I press here 3, this is the side view. I want select again this middle one. Have I selected this one? Yes. And then the same game here. I go here, here, here. These are my branches. Here, here, here. Then let's make here a little bit more, perhaps. Okay, that was really strange. Of course, it should look like anyhow, right? Not like mice. Okay, I make this here one more, perhaps here, here. That's okay. So I have now made little branches, and this one looks not right, but anyway, that's okay. Then what you can do now is I press 1 again for the front view. This time I press A to select all. Now all is selected, and now we add a modifier to this lines. And this modifier, to add this, we go here on the right side down to this tool symbol. We click on, and then we have our modifiers available when we click here on add modifier. And here are interesting modifiers. And for this one, we go to this modifier, which is called skin. We click on it, and now we have skins here, which looks like it added, it make it bigger. And here we can set some settings. We don't talk about this one, of course, read what you need. What I do is just disable this symmetry here. I don't know why, but let's do it. It will work. But you can see we have now skins, but this looks still not right. Because let's go press 1, which is my front view. And yes, okay, I think the side view looks even better than my front view. Strange, but yes, the side view looks even better. This one is my side view. I press run, and this one is my front view. But that is just an illusion. We can later have it like we want. So important is now here. This the middle, the bottom part should be bigger, right? So what we can do is there are different ways. What I do is just select this part, and how we select this. For example, you can go here right on the top and select this wire. And now you can see all the lines, the vertices, what you want, for example. And in my case, I want only select this one. Yeah, now you can see I have selected this on the bottom ones. And then we can press to scale this. If you press S, for example, this works not. You have to press Control and then A. And now you can see this works. This is scaling for skins. Okay, we scale this. Let's make this so just for this one for test purposes. And then if you want not see this thing again, you can go top and then go to this shading again, and then you see the tree a little bit more. So this is another way to create a tree. And I said I want to make a very simple one. You can here go on, but for this tutorial I don't want to keep it too long. That's why we go to already to the next step. And perhaps one thing we can make, we can change a little bit directions, which means I want select here, perhaps here to go here. Why I can't select them? Let's see. It's anyhow strange, right? Why I can't select them? Now I know why I can't select them. So you can see I tried to select these faces here and it's not working. Very strange, right? And the reason for that is you have to apply the skin here. But perhaps we can still select the vertices. Let me see this one. Yes, the vertices I can indeed select with the skin mode. That's interesting. And then I can select, for example, this one. I hold shift and select now the other ones because I want to scale them inwards a little bit. Which means if I press scale, that's not working. You see now they are only moving. And the thing what I want to do is they should scale, make this here a little bit go in. And then we can press here this, I think it's a period sign. Yes, and then you can go here to individual origins and now press again scale. Is this working? No, it's not, because it's not the face. Okay, forget this, sorry. Yeah, that's a starter. And what we do is now to be able to select the faces, which we are not able right now. Like I said, we have to apply this on the right side, this modifier here, and then we can use all the other things. How we do this is very simple. We go first to the object mode, so we select here object, then we go here to the add modifier skin, because in object mode we can click now this arrow down and we have here this option apply. Now this modifier is applied to our object, and now I press again tab and switch, and now you can see we have here some many lines here, which means this is our, yes, it is applied, and we can select now this one. You see now I'm able to select this one. I can scale them and make them now like I want. For example, perhaps let's make this, I make here not too much, but let's scale them here just for this case and say this is our tree almost. There is one more step what I want to do. Of course you can here adjust much more and make it really fast and more creative than me, but that's okay for my tree. Perhaps we should make here a little bit figure here this sides and so on. Is this possible? Very fast. Let's see. There is an let's go here to this wire again and say I want only have here a little bit figure. So let's select this part here. I don't know. Let's press here box select and select this part here which I want figure. Here, this part here, around this part. Must be not perfect because a tree looks not perfect, right? Has some thick parts, some thinner parts. All right, with that selected, we go here on top. There is something like proportional editing when you click on this one. And now press scale. And now I can scale them a little bit up, I think. Oh, I don't know. This is the right way. Perhaps that looks very strange, but I want that my tree should look strange because this is a scary tree, because a normal tree looks like a normal tree. Let's let this tree look strange. That's very good. Because this one will be a tree in the graveyard and I don't want that a graveyard tree looks normal. That's perfect. So then we can do one more step, which is, before we go one more step, let me measure this one. We go here on the right side. We have here this measure tool. And let me measure this from bottom to, oops. I have to drag it. Okay, this one is 12 meters. A character is around 2 meters, which means my character is only here, comes to this point here, oops, to this point here, around this point here. And that's okay. And I need this information because I want to make here another illusion, which is, let me go here to this mode, which is at night I want to add here something like a scary face, which is just an illusion, and really it's just a tree cutted branch. So how we make this? We this time I use this knife tool, and here on the right side, because I don't know again the shortcut, I click here to this knife tool here, and now I will make a scary face, but it must look like a branch, but still at the same time like a face of a thing. And let's do it. So I make a very simple one, which means this one here. You see, this could be also a branch of a tree, right? I press enter. This is my first branch or my first eye. Now let's make here one more branch, at least a simulating one. This could be, I press enter, this could be my second branch, and these other lines we can ignore. These are just connecting. We will not use the other lines. So, and now let's make a mouth which looks also scary. And let's go here, something like something like so. This, then this, perhaps so, and so. So, and now I press here enter as well. So you can see this one looks interesting, and now I go here on select mode again. Here I click this normal select. Of course, there is again a shortcut which you should learn, but I use now this one. And then I want to do a little bit extrude them so they are a little bit different. So I select this one, I'm here in face mode, and I press now E and I extrude them just a little bit out or in. Wait, Control Z. Let's go here to the side view. I press 3. To see this one, I go here on top to this wire form. I have them selected. Oops. Yes, I have them selected, and now I can extrude them. You can extrude them in or out, depends what you want. A tree has most time out because it's like they cut it off, this one. And then we should scale them because a tree would go up, right? Let's try if I can. No, grab them, not scale them. I press G and grab. Oops, this is proportional. I have to deselect this proportional here. Okay, let's grab them and let's go up a little bit. Is this working? Yes. Anyhow, it's working. So it's a little bit too much up, but yeah, whatever. That's okay. Well, it's just a demonstration. My scary tree. So back here, my scary tree looks like. I think that's a little bit too high up. Let's go back. I think I have to go here again. Let's go here fast again. Extrude, not too much in front. Yeah, that's enough. A little bit, and then grab again a little bit high because it should go up. All right. Okay, that was not good. Let's go here. I think that's okay now. And now we go back. It looks okay. So the last thing what we need for this tree is this time I shade this as well. So how we shade this again, there are different kind of methods, and I use one which is fast, I hope. Sometimes it works, sometimes it works not. And yeah, let's get into shading fast. We did this also in this tutorial series, and now what I do most time is here on top we click shading. Important is we go back again. Let's select first our tree. Let's go in object mode, and this one should be selected. All right, we are here in object mode. It is selected. Now I go to shading, and you can see here it is selected as well. And here on the bottom we have nothing, which means we go here to new, and this one here, what you see, you can keep it by default. Of course, if you have knowledge You can change here much more things. I have no knowledge. And the only thing what I know is you can add here a palette. A palette is just something which has colors, and this one we can use then the colors here. What I mean with that is, let me add here a palette which I have downloaded in my Blender folder. Let me find this fast. Where is my documents and Blender folder? And then I go to the palette. This time I have put it in my palette, and then you can here, this file is just a palette. You will see it what this is in a moment. It is just colors are put together. You can even take any picture which has colors and use later the colors which are in this picture. You can really pinpoint it and say I want to use this color, which I show you in a moment. So then what you do is, okay, connect this color here with this one. And then it looks like this one anyhow. Here on top right side, is this one not? It's not here. Okay, this one is happening. So if you do this with a cube, it's not. It's normally it's showing up the color. I don't know why it's showing here not the colors. That's not so important. The next thing what we should set perhaps is the closest one here, and because these colors are sometimes different. So I think we keep all this up. Even we can't see a color, that's okay. So, and then we go to UV editing. And now we have an interesting problem here, which is, what is the problem? First of all, this is selected. We see here no palette, which we have used. And this one is also anyhow not that what we expected. So how we can make this? First of all, let's start with the right side. Here in the right side we go on top. To see anything we have to go change this from material to texture. All right, that's enough. That's set up. The problem is we have still nothing. Then you go here. This is this picture thing, and here I don't know, can we make it new? No, don't make new. So what you can do is here in this picture symbol here, click here, and then it should be here something like a default palette, I hope. In my case it is there, and perhaps in your case it's already by default there. Sometimes when I made the same thing with a cube, it was all by default there, but right now you see it's not by default there. Right now we select this one which you added here in the UV editing. What you see right now here is exactly that what I added here. And I said later, let's go back to the shading mode. Where is this? Oops, not UV, not sculpting, to shading. Here. And now we have another problem. The another problem is this one is the colors which I want to use, which can be any picture. You can even use a random picture and it will work. Just it should be only available all the colors which you want to use. But next problem is here. Why I have not this unwrapped mesh here. Unwrapped mesh means all these faces which you can see here, they should be presented here anyhow, so that we can assign anything it. So also we solved that, because I had this problem before as well. You can press here the key U, and if you press the key U, this option menu pops up, and then it says UV mapping, and here the first option it says unwrapping. That means anything what you selected here will unwrap here. In my case I want start with all selected, so I press A here, and then I press U in my keyboard, and now I press unwrap, and yes, I see here a strange thing. In this case it looks strange, it's okay. Then you can press S for scale, and now you can make it little, so little that it is just a point, but it's hard to make it just with this mouse. So press 0 on your keyboard, which says go to scale 0, and you can see that, and then press 0 again and press enter. And how you can see that this one is 0 again, let me show you this again fast. When I grab it, let me grab this one, and if you scale this, for example, on the left side, it says there's what the scale is, for example, and if you press 0, it says 0 there, and you can see it. All right, we have this now. What can you do now? This must be selected. In this case, all are selected. That's good. I select now this one on the left side. I select this one here, this dot, and then press G for grab. And now I can give this a color. So the color which I want give for my scary tree is gray. Why gray? Haha, because a scary tree is probably a burnt tree, and a gray tree means most time, for example, you know it from forest fires and so on, they look all time gray, right? So we make a gray tree, and now this is my gray tree. So there is one more thing what we should do, and this one is to stand out these two parts here. And now I select this one, and this one. Then I press U for unwrap, so I press the U key again. I say unwrap, and now I press here S again for scale, and I press 0, and you can see on top it says X and Y is 0 now, and then I press enter, and now I have this one here, and then I press again, this is selected, grab, and now I make them a little bit also gray, because it should be still gray, but a little bit more white gray. And the reason for that is this stands a little bit more out, and this gives the illusion that this is a scary face for our low level tree. And I think that's enough for this little demonstration. And let's go here to the layout mode, and let's go here. It looks here like you have nothing changed, and the reason for that is all time when you go change a mode, go here on top on the right side, go here to textures, and this is the final result. So with that said, I think it's ready for export file. Of course, save this, but I will save it later. And now I go directly to the export. Of course, after you save this file here, because on the way to export it can happen something and then you lose all. But in my case, I go to directly it. I go to Unreal Engine projects here. I go to my game where I want tested, this one, and then I go here to the content, and in this case I have a folder Blender, and I call this scary tree, scary graveyard, or let's call it just graveyard tree, graveyard tree. Let's say scary because we have the scary face there, right? Scary. And that's okay. And let's set up the options. So first of all, this must be selected. It is selected. That's okay. Let's go here. Set up selected object. Yes, it is selected. Then I want just the mesh, right? All the other things I don't want. Perfect. Then scale. X is forward and Z is up. Right. And here I think I need to select all like the last time. And then geometry. We want just smooth the faces because this is a static mesh. And all the other things I think we can skip. Armature, we don't have anything here. We skip this one here away. Normally this one we don't need. And animation we don't need as well. So with that said, this one is finished. We can press here export. And now we switch to Unreal Engine. It is exported. It says here import. Yes. Here we have to, I have the selected setup like the last time, but this time I want material import method. Do not create material. No, don't create material. But it should import material. Import textures. Yes. This time I have to select this one because I want to import that these textures probably. And we will test it, and all other settings which I have here is from the last one. It should work. All right, I say now import all, and let's see what happens. We go to now Blender folder, which is this one here, and we see We have this one here. We have here the static tree. We go for save selected. We put now our tree directly in our scene. Yes. And I have probably, I don't see this. Right now I don't see it because I have here fog and so. And yeah, let's put some more. Of course, we can rotate them and so that they look not real like we have them here. But let's put some more trees here, right? A graveyard with many horror, scary trees. Cool thing. A good game for a game. And yeah, I press here all-time Alt. It's very easy to copy many of them. And here we will make a back, anything like later a back, anything like a mountain or something. So it is a back scene. But right now I'm more interested here in the graveyard itself. Putting up some trees. And I make just this fast, so I don't make now right level design. Just for demonstration. So that we have some trees here. We have here a graveyard here with trees. So let's test it. Alright. Now we added some trees in our low level trees, low level graveyard. The height is perfect, so like I expected it, the face is here. You see, that looks like a scary face anyhow. For of course, we should make the trees a little bit better because they are not really good. They look more like, yeah, it's for low value, for testing purposes, definitely. So I think, like you can see, it's of course you should make these trees more round and more, a little bit better. That was just for this video. And yeah, I think I stop here. I will save this now offline. And if you have any questions or any complaints like all time, write it in the comments. And see you in the next video where we continue to create low level things for our games and learn Blender while we're doing this. So bye for now and good luck.